your way onto your mat. We're going to start in mountain pose with the feet grounded, hip width distance apart, feeling even. Starting to feel the energy of the earth percolating up through the soles of the feet. And pausing in the soles of the feet for a moment to make sure that they are really firmly connected to the earth, all four corners, and that the toes are spread out and firmly connected to the earth. The hips are over the ankles, the shoulders over the hips, ears over shoulders, and palms face forward here. And we breathe. So we're going to smooth out and even out the breath here, starting there with our balance, just with the breath. All right, and now we're going to inhale energy and exhale anything that does not serve our practice. So arms out, exhale, and then draw energy up from the earth. Draw the arms up, touch the palms together, and as you bring your hands to your heart, bring that energy with you as you exhale. Inhale, fingertips up to the sky. Turn your palms out and exhale. Release, hands by your side. Okay, we're going to inhale energy. Bring it to the heart as you exhale. Inhale, fingertips up and release. Exhale, arms down. One more time, nice and big. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release. All right, let's shake things out. So we'll see some circles in tonight's practice as well, and also balance. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the feet slightly wider than hip width distance apart. Let those knees and hips start to bend and get juicy and move. Arms are moving, shoulders are working here too. And then hands to the thighs, round forward into your cat. And then inhale, up and back, arms are big, heart shines up for cow. Circle the arms back, hands back to the thighs, rounding into your cat, opening cow. Yep, just keep going, cats and cows here. And the next time your hands are on your thighs, just stay here in your cat, tuck your chin and slowly start to roll up. Let your hands travel up your legs, let your shoulders come back, reestablish your mountain pose. So bringing your feet back to hip width distance and breathe here. Everything's nice and aligned. Now we want to keep the feet grounded as we move from side to side, opening up the side body. So draw your arms up from the shoulders. Take care to see that your shoulders aren't hunching towards your ears, but they're away from your ears. You could even bend your elbows a little bit if that works better for you. And we're going to tilt right and left and just do some swaying side to side here, starting to open that side body. Now we're making sure that the feet stay grounded so that the lengthening is coming from the side body here. So the next time you go left, you'll be even. And with your arms up, lengthen your ribs away from your hips and make a circle, like you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with your hands. Then pause and circle the other way. So the circle is coming from the rib cage. Let's give those shoulders a break here. And we're going to come back up now and do the same thing. Now that the side body is warmer, let's go a little deeper, a little slower, and up and over to the left, deeper and slower, and up and to the right, and up and to the left, and up. Now circling and circle the other way. And relax those arms. Let those knees and hips bend. Let everything shake out, move out. All right. Whew. All right. So let's go ahead and work on our twisting. Take your feet mat width distance apart. Toes are turned out. Okay. We're going to let the arms start to come around the body side to side. Let the lower body move. Start to let those arms release and go a little higher. Shoulder height. And then up higher, just swaying nice, easy breezy side to side. And start to come back to shoulder height. And then around the body. Now the next time your left arm is forward and your right arm is back, pause here, turn your right toes to the right, bow over your right leg. Switch around, right arm in front, bow to the left. Switch around, bowing to the right. Switch around, bow left. And then just come on back up, inhale and exhale, and step or hop your feet to a closed leg mountain pose. Okay? So we're finding balance here in this mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. We're going to wake the body up to some balancing now. So take your feet hip width distance apart. We'll be coming up, breathing up, coming into a forward fold, and then lifting ankles, heel, and then foot. So let's inhale, arms up. Exhale into a swan dive. And as you come up, take your right heel up. Bring it down, fold forward. Inhale, arms up, left heel. Bring it down, fold forward, arms up carefully with both heels. If your heels wobble, just go back to alternating. If your ankles wobble, take it down. Now we're going to go right heel or knee. Take it down. Left heel or knee. Take it down. Double heels or just keep alternating side to side. And keep going. Right heel or knee, left heel or knee, double or alternate. Keep it nice and easy breezy. We're just giving the body kind of some balance challenges here, moving through the balance. And whatever you're on, finish up your round. Okay, so if you're finishing with double heels, if you're finishing with a left heel or knee, and release, shake it out. All right, so we just woke up the body's balance a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Now make sure you have enough padding for your knees, because as I mentioned, we are going to be doing side plank, knee down side plank from the back of the mat. All right? Oh, you got your fancy little pink knee pads there? All right, good. All right, here we go. Feet are hip width distance. We are at the back of the mat. Inhale and exhale. Float the arms up. Inhale, exhale, swan dive. Let's take a half lift here and bring the fingertips down and come into a plank. Walking forward into plank, your knees could be up or down. Press back into down dog. Inhale and exhale. We're coming into the side plank. Bring your right knee down, spin your left foot down, open, left arm up, side plank. Left arm down, back to down dog. Left knee down, spin your right foot in contact with the mat, right arm up, knee down, side plank, right hand down, downward facing dog. All right, if you think it would be interesting for you, take your right leg up and start to walk your hands back. If your right foot is down, walk your hands back. And if your leg is up, bring it down. Take a half lift, forward fold. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. Let's think about lengthening the spine, pressing the forehead to the sky as you bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down, walk forward to plank. Okay. Remember, your planks could be knees up or knees down. Downward facing dog. We're starting on the right again. Right knee down, open to the left. Stay here or straighten your right leg. Left hand down, downward facing dog. Left knee down, open to the right. Stay here or straighten your bottom leg, the left leg. Right hand down, downward facing dog. And if you feel like you want to try this, take your left leg this time up to hip height. Keep it up as you walk your hands back to your foot and bring your foot down. Then take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. And let's take a couple of breaths here before we finish up. So you can do either of the variations that we already did, right? Which is knee down or knee down to straight legs, or you can come into the straight leg, okay? Everybody's done this before, so it's like not a big surprise, right? Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down. Find a plank. Let's come into down dog so we're all in the same place. Now, if you're starting with a knee down, go ahead, bring your right knee down. If you're going into knee up directly, just come back into plank. Spin to the, what is that? You spun to the left arm up, or you spun to the right? I think you spun to the right. Left arm up. Take it into downward facing dog. Whew. Directions are hard. All right. So again, if you're starting with knees down, take your left knee down. Otherwise, plank, spin open, right arm up. Right hand down. Everybody, downward facing dog. Let's walk it out. Just bend one knee and then the other. Give those feet a nice little massage. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold. Notice how your arms feel. Bring your knees down and sit off to the side. Let's find a nice, even seated mountain pose. Okay, we've got the sit bones nice and even on the mat. The heels have equal weight on the mat. The spine is long, palms are out. Inhale, energy up from the earth. Press it between your palms and lengthen the crown of your head up to the sky, lengthening your spine as you bring that energy to your heart. And shake it out, release. All right, so let's give everything a nice little shake here and do a couple of soft forward folds because that was a very active opening to class, very active warm-up. Just float your arms up and go fold forward a little bit. Gently fold forward. And roll your hands up. We'll do that one more time. A little elevation of the arms and a little float down. All right, and let's roll it up. Okay, so we're going to be in our boat pose. We'll be taking that into a flower. So that involves the inner thighs. So we're going to do a little work on the inner thighs first here. Okay, so let's go ahead and come, excuse me. All right, so we're going to come into a little rock the baby. Bend your right knee, take your right foot in your left hand, sit up nice and tall, and move this leg around. So we need the hips to be open for what we're going to do for our boat. All right, now go ahead and take your right foot to your left thigh, okay? And if that doesn't feel comfortable, take it to your left calf. Turn and face your left leg. Inhale the arms up and fold forward. So basically rock the baby to a Janu Sirsasana forward fold here. Bring it up and release, rocking the baby on the left. Left foot to the right thigh or calf. Turn and face your right leg. Can you feel a little bit of opening happening here? Arms up, inhale. Janu Sirsasana, forward fold here. And take it up and release. Give your legs a little shake. Okay, and now we're going to work on Baddha Konasana. So bring your feet together. Your heels depends on what's your best position right now. Bring your heels as close to your groin as works for you right now. Okay, and we're going to just gently bring the knees up and down. We're not doing ballistic stretching like this, okay? We're just gently bringing the knees up and down. So it's an open butterfly. Remember, we're just trying to warm things up here. Now, the next time your knees are open, leave them there, holding on to your shins here. Inhale, and with a long spine, lean forward, keeping your spine long, keeping your gaze 6 feet diagonal ahead of you, 6 feet past the toes. Bring your hands down. And then walk back up. Let's release those legs, give them a crazy shake. So we're going to be moving boat to flower pose. So let's practice the flower pose right now so we all know what we're doing here. Okay, bend your right knee. Now you're going to put your 2 peace sign fingers around your big toe. Hold on to your big toe. And however much works for you, straighten your right leg. So your right leg might be very bent right now. You're holding on to your big toe with your peace sign fingers. All right, bend that leg in and try and take it a little more out to the side this time. Bend that leg, release. Left foot comes in, hold on with your peace sign fingers. This is like a half flower. Just straighten your leg to start with. Any amount, remember, it depends on your arms and other things. Bend that knee and take your leg out to the side. So flower, really, the legs are going to wind up more in a V than straight forward. Bring it in and release. Give those legs a crazy shake. And just for fun, let's try flower with 2 feet. So we're holding on to both big toes. We're going to engage the core If this doesn't work for you, go back to the single leg version. We're going to hold on to both big toes and open into some form of V that your body is ready for now. Yeah. And release and bring it up. So that is our flower pose, right? So we're going to add that on to the boat. And I was in a class one time where we were holding boat for like 3 minutes, and then we did flower pose as a resting pose from boat. So think about it, okay? We won't hold boat for 3 minutes, but we'll convince ourselves that flower pose is a resting pose from boat, won't we? All right, so let's take it back here, okay? We've got the core engaged. We're going to raise 2 legs. Remember, if this doesn't work for you, work with your feet down, work with 1 leg at a time, release your hands forward. Here we are in boat. Nice steady boat here. Oh, that song, Don't Rock the Boat, just came to mind. Inhale and exhale. Maybe we'll sing it after class. All right. Are we feeling the boat? Feel it? Okay, good. Now bend your knees. Take your toes, and let's see if we can come into flower for rest. Oh, it does feel rather restful, doesn't it? Inhale and exhale. Bend your knees, release back into boat. Woo! This is a challenge. Bend your knees, flower. I know, I heard that. And release. Woo! Shake it out. All right, straight from the Himalayas to Virginia, that pose, those moves. All right, inhale and exhale. All right, so who wants to do that again? Let's do it one more time and we'll call it a day. Take it back, find your boat. Are you on strike over there? What are you doing? Do something else then for your core. All right, bend your knees. Hold. Take it up. Wait till we try this on the reformer. Inhale and exhale. Oh, it feels so much easier the second time, doesn't it? Bend your knees. Come back to boat. Bend your knees. Flower. All right, let's release. Whew. Shake things out. And I know, that's a good idea. Let's take a long stretch. Legs long, arms back. I saw that. What a great idea. Inhale, exhale, draw in. All right, put your hands under your knees here and rock yourself up to sitting. Rock up and come into a little forward fold. And then bring it up. All right. So we'll do just a little bit more hip work. We did a lot of hip work. Let's take the feet mat width distance apart. Support yourself with your hands. And we're going to be doing seated windshield wipers with the focus being on feeling the front hip flexors, your psoas. Okay, so hands are mat width distance apart, and we're taking both knees to, well, in my case, the left, and both knees to the right. So think about, as both knees go to the left, how's your right front hip flexor? What's it doing? As both knees go to the right, how's that left front hip flexor doing? And let's just keep going side to side. It's so important to work that front hip flexor because when we're sitting, it gets shortened. So we're counteracting that now. One more time to the right and extend, shake things out. All righty. So go ahead and cross your right leg in front of your left. I won't even make you lift your feet here. Just cross your right leg in front of your left. Now we're going to get here the IT band and back of the hip stretch. Inhale the arms up, turn your palms forward. Exhale, fold over your hip creases, bring your hands to the mat. Keep your spine long, keep your gaze past your fingers. Notice how your hip is feeling, okay? Now press your hands into the earth, shine your heart forward, inhale, and exhale. See if you can walk your hands a little farther forward if there's any space to do that. Breathe. Now press your hands into the mat, lift up, and take your hands over to the left. Feeling that nice lengthening in the right. Come back to center, press in, lift up, exhale, melt. And walk your hands in. We'll do the same thing, just switch the left leg to the front. Okay. All right. Let's inhale up, exhale, long spine. Take your hands down. Keep your gaze past your fingertips and breathe. Open that hip. Press your hands into the earth. Look up, shine your heart forward. And maybe wiggle those fingers a little farther forward. Now look up and walk your hands over to the right. Come center, and one more time, press in, lift up, exhale, melt. And walk your hands in. All right, let's uncross those legs, give them a nice crazy shake. Ooh, shake out the hands, and we'll come to hands and knees just very briefly. Okay, so from here, let's just finish off those hips with a little rainbow action. Take your right leg back with the toes tucked. Take your right toes out to the right. Make a big arc up and over. Right toes to the left. Take your gaze towards your left foot. Come back towards your left. Anyway, take your right foot back to the right. Up and over. Find your right foot back there. Looking over your left shoulder. Come back, rainbow to the right. Rainbow left, and now we're holding. Turn your gaze past your left shoulder. Take a nice look back there. And come back to center. Rainbow with the left foot. Left leg goes back. Left foot comes out to the side. Up and over to the right. We can look for that left foot. Up and over to the left. Up and over to the right. Up and over to the left. Last time, take it to the right and hold. Turn your gaze. Find your left foot back there. Feel that stretch. Come back to center and find child's pose. Find a nice, comfy child's pose. And go ahead and find your way to downward facing dog. So since we want to think about balance, think about how you come in and out of balance as you make your way to down dog, landing in a balanced dog, all 4 points of contact equal on the earth. All right, let's go ahead and walk the feet to the hands, taking them a little wider as you go. When you get to your hands, have your feet be mat width distance apart. Bend the knees, bring your forearms to your thighs, bring your hands to your heart. Exhale. Press through the feet, fingertips up, lift. Inhale, fingertips up, and step into mountain pose, legs touching. And see what you can do. Establish your feet here. Take a few nice and settled breaths. Feel your energy moving through. Check your alignment. All right, let's shake things out. Inhale and exhale. And if you're not at the top of your mat, just come to the top of your mat. Okay, so we're just going to do a very meditative sun salutation. So just some very basic, and we'll walk through the right together and the left as little talking from me as possible. All right, so it'll be pretty basic, but think about being fluid and letting go here. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Half lift, fingers down, lunge back right. Plank. Chaturanga. Gonna settle in down dog, looking for those 4 even points of contact. Taking a few more breaths here. And journey forward. Half lift, forward fold, float out and up, palms touch. The hands go right through heart center. We're coming right back to forward fold. Half lift. Take it down. Lunge back left. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra, maybe extend your cobra, deepen it, maybe up dog, down dog. Breathe. Journey forward. Half lift. Forward fold. Load it up. Return to mountain pose. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. All righty. Let's shake things out. So we're going to do one more series of sun salutations. This time we'll be doing bow, right? So we'll be working on those front hip flexors again and catching the ankle. So if you use a strap for bow, go ahead and grab your strap, have it nearby. We'll start with a half bow, and then whoever wants to, the second time around, you'll do full bow or you'll do half bow again. So here we go. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift, fingertips down. We're lunging back on the right here. Now from here, we're going to bring the knee, so we're working that front hip flexor. Bring the knee toward the mat. Maybe tap it down, maybe keep it a 1/4 of an inch off the mat, your choice. And then press back and bring the knee toward the mat and press back. One more time. Really feel that front hip flexor and press back and come into your plank. Remember, knees up or down is always your choice. Chaturanga, nice and strong. Here we go with bow. So we'll start with the left forearm parallel to the front of to the top of the mat. Bend your right knee, reach around, find your right ankle. Maybe you use a strap. Maybe you just wave at your right ankle. Press your left forearm into the mat. Press your right ankle into your right hand. Half bow. Let's release. Forearm parallel to the top of the mat. Left knee bends. Reach around. Find that left ankle. Or you can always just wave to it. And press your ankle into your hand. Press your forearm into the earth. Your heart is shining forward. Half bow on the left. And do go ahead and make to down dog. You can actually come any way that you want, but if you want to come through the press up, come with me. Okay, tuck your toes, hands under your shoulders, gaze towards your mat, press halfway up, and then press back to down dog. Arrange your feet. 4-point downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. So we have 4 points of contact here that are nice and even. And let's take that right leg up, find 3 points of contact. Take a nice step forward and continue your journey. Feet to the hands, half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come to the center. Okay, everybody good? You have everything you need? Okay, this time it's going to be an option to do double bow or half bow. Okay, full bow or half bow, I guess I should say. All right, so let's come to the top of the mat and we'll do it twice. So if you're doing half bow, you'll do right then left. If you're doing full bow, you'll do it twice. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down. We're stepping back left now into that lunge. The right knee is over the right ankle. First, we're going to enjoy the lunge. Then we'll gently bring that left knee, tap it or not. Bring it as close to the mat as you can. Straighten the leg. 2 more times. Left knee. And back. And left knee. And back. Find your plank. Chaturanga. All right. If you want to do half bow, take your right forearm parallel with the mat, bend your left knee, reach around, find your left ankle, press. Yeah. And release. All right, now here we go. Left arm parallel to the front of the mat. Right knee bend around. Find your right ankle or go back into full bow. And release. Make a pillow with your hands. We're going back into that spinal release. Just bend the knees and rock side to side. All right, we're going to push back into child's pose for just a moment to continue lengthening the spine. So bring your hands under your shoulders, press back, and take a nice child's pose here. We did a lot of back bending, release the spine. And then find your way to down dog. Find your 4 points of contact. Now raise your left leg and journey forward. When you get here, take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. Whew. And release. All right, so let's give everything a little shake here. Move around, see how things are feeling for you. All righty. So we're going to be heading down very soon, but let's do a little balance before we do that. Okay. So earlier we were sweeping up and down and coming into knee up, which basically reminds us of sun and moon, right? So let's come into a sun and moon from movement. Yeah. So take your hands out by your side. Find your drishti, establish your feet nice and balanced. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale, as you bring your hands to your heart, take your right knee up. You know if it's for you or if you should keep your toes down. And then come into full sun and moon. Bring your hands back to your heart. Take them up, woo, and release down. All right. Whew. Shake it out. All right, that's when we add motion, right? That's how our body is learning. Let's bring it up. Inhale. Palms touch. Left knee comes up. We float it into sun and moon. Bring the hands back up. Get what we did last time, but let's come back to standing here. Something like that. All right, so we're going to do that one more time on each side. You get the point. We're flowing into sun and moon. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right knee, left arm, right arm. Bring your right arm back up. Touch your palms, hands to heart, and release. Arms up, left knee, right arm up, left fingertips down. Hands back up, palms to heart, and release and shake it out. All right, so go ahead and scan your body. See what needs to happen for your body to be happy. You need some forward folding here. You need to wiggle around. And then start to find your way back to mountain pose. All right, look around, see if there's anything you want to bring with you as we head down. Come to the top of your mat. Find mountain pose of choice here. Of course, your feet might be hip width. You might be standing with your feet touching. Maybe that's your choice for mountain pose right now. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down and down dog, or start your vinyasa. Go through your vinyasa. If you're in down dog, think about the lengthening of the spine. Bend both knees. Press your tailbone back and up, so where the wall and the ceiling would meet. And then keeping that length in the spine, only straighten the legs as much as possible, keeping the length in the spine. Take your toes to touch and knees side to side. Knees to one side, hips to the other. All right, let's see if we can get the knees to the mat at the same time. Control and find seated mountain pose. Getting nice and even in our seated mountain pose. We're going to go back into Janu Sirsasana and then Baddha Konasana. So let's take the right foot to the left thigh or calf. Turn and face the left leg. Inhale, float up and fold forward. So bring your hands wherever you're comfortable bringing them, maybe either side of the left leg. Maybe you want to hold on to your left foot. Maybe your hands are higher than that. But we're just back in a place where we were early in practice. So you might want to think about, well, how's it going now? How'd it go at the beginning? How's it going now? All right, let's bring the arms up. Inhale, exhale, take your right knee up. Have one hand with distance in between your left leg and your right foot. Left hand to the outside of the right calf. Right arm up and back. Sit up tall and twist to the right. Take your gaze towards your right shoulder. Now untwist, bring your right elbow inside your right leg. Take your left hand by your left hip, sit up tall. Press your right leg and your right elbow toward each other as you twist to the left. Turn your gaze left. And release. All right, Janu on the left. Left foot comes in. Face your right leg. Arms up. Fold. Bring it up. Take your left knee up. There's some space in between your right leg and your left foot. Right hand outside the left shin. Left arm up and back. Lengthen your spine. Twist. Turning your gaze towards your left shoulder. Now release, left elbow comes into the inside of the left leg. Right hand comes by the right hip. Long spine, press knee and elbow toward each other on the left. Turn your gaze toward your right shoulder. And release. Draw your leg forward. Give your legs a crazy shake. And let's see what happened with our Baddha Konasana. Has practice changed it any? Come back in. Baddha Konasana for you, wherever your heels belong with regard to distance from your pelvis. Inhale, arms up, fold forward from the hip creases, reach, reach, reach. Bring your hands down, take your gaze past your toes. And breathe. All right, now if you want to, on your next inhale, press your palms into the earth, look up a little bit, and see if there's just a little more space to wiggle into. Maybe, maybe not. Take your arms long and up, put one hand under each knee, help your knees up, extend your legs, and give them a nice shake. We are coming down. Okay, we've got some spinal releasing to do here, so roll down. Draw your right knee in. Put both hands around your right hamstring and let that right leg just move up and down nice and freely. Take your right leg straight up. press your leg into your hands into your leg. There's the spinal clearing, and release, but don't let go. Press in again, resist, resist, resist. And release. Bring the right foot down, left knee in, hold on to your thigh. Think about the words proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation while you wiggle here. Or you can just think PNF. Take your leg straight up or as straight as it's willing to go. Here it comes, the PNF. Press your left leg into your hands and your hands back. Resist the leg. Now release. And once again, apply that tension. And release. All right, bring your feet down, gently butterfly those knees. Take a nice long stretch here. Inhale. Exhale into happy baby. And give your spine a nice little massage here. Now come back to center. Hold on behind your knees. Let your knees come away from you and massage a little lower on the spine. And bring your feet down. And if you want to come into Supta Baddha Konasana, go ahead and do that here. Otherwise, you can keep your knees bent with your feet on the mat. Bend your elbows and start to work those fingers. Bend and straighten, wiggle. Rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your hands down by your side and let your head turn side to side. All right, now come back to center and start to scan your body from head to toe. See if any final movements are being requested by your body. See how everything's feeling, what needs to realign or stretch or wiggle just a little more so that you can be nice and comfortable when you come into your final relaxation. There was a lot going on in tonight's practice. You did great. So remind yourself that this time now is for you to absorb the benefits of the work you've been doing. Find a super comfortable position. Inhale through the nose. Slowly exhale, release yourself onto the support of the earth and just be in your final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch long. Exhaling, draw in. Find your way over to a side and back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.